How is your stance on illegal immigration?
I'm gonna let Zuby take this one for me.
You pass it to the black.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Zuby. I think Zuby. Look, I want to use my whiteness to elevate his voice.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He's uplifting black voices.
Is that not woke? Is that not woke?
No, that's woke.
You're in the lead. You're in the lead.
I'm using my platform. I'm using my platform to give him a voice.
He's an ally.
Welcome back to Careful Boys. We are so careful, kinda, but today we're talking about what is the wokest thing about us?
Like individually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What's some woke shit about us that we're like, whoa, I'm kind of woke, I think.
I'm from the dance community, so I have to.
Hi, Matt. What's going on, Ken?
You guys are filming.
We're filming right now, yeah.
Oh, I was just using the restroom. I thought. You guys already rolled.
What's the wokest thing about you?
Huh?
What's the wokest thing about you?
Come in. Tell us you woke.
Woke.
Wokest thing about me is I dance.
That's his. That's his.
That's so f***ed up.
Can't have my own identity here.
That's true. Yeah. As dancers, you do have to be woke.
Right?
On the
As
outside.
dancers, you literally.
He acts like he's not one. I always love that.
I'm so woke, I was a early adopter woke.
What does that mean?
I think people are woke right now is because they're just waking up, but it's still amateur. So like they read something on BuzzFeed and they're like, what? The world has to know about this shit. And then they're like going out there, did you know that this happens in the world? And I'm like, I've been watching that shit.
You're like Zeitgeist era.
I'm like, before that.
You're like spirit sciences.
I knew about Al-Qaeda before the world knew about Al-Qaeda.
That's not woke.
You're a terrorist.
That's woke.
That's not woke.
Yeah, here's a good example of woke. I think Joe's
saying he's like early to financial investments.
I think my wokest part about me is I make decisions with my wife.
Like that?
What?
That's not woke.
Is that some woke ass shit?
It's pseudo-intellectual activism.
Is that what that is?
That's very long.
What the fuck is woke about what you said then?
Because you knew about.
I knew about Al Qaeda.
Okay,
But you didn't do anything about him.
No, I mean like
Sorry, this room is very dumb sometimes.
It's okay, man.
It's okay, man.
We're gonna smarten up though.
We're just setting you up for success. Trying to make you look good by being idiots.
Yeah.
Fine, you go first. You give an example. And
Yeah, you give an example then.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. You know, I believe women. Nah, that's bullshit. I believe. Okay. The thing that I really do think is that I think everyone should just lighten the fuck up about abortion stuff. That's my thing. Like, just let people do whatever.
That's not woke.
That's not
Wait,
woke.
That's woke.
No.
That's super woke.
Wait, the abortion thing? That's...
Let people do whatever they want with their own bodies. Is my thing.
Pro-choice.
Well, but then you're not aggressive about it.
No. Okay.
You have to be mean to people.
This is,
right.
this is
You guys
proving
are
that
wrong.
we're not woke, guys.
Woke
This is doing
is-
Because they did that shit with the vaccine stuff. Okay. And that was all bullshit.
Woke is hardcore activism, but you're fucking stupid as shit because you can't even argue your points correctly.
Oh, because you break down.
But I thought we're talking about woke in the traditional sense, where like there's certain subjects that are attached to wokeness.
Yes.
And what of that do we embody ourselves?
What's the wokest thing about us?
That's what I thought he was trying to say.
That is what I said.
Okay.
He's the only one who listens.
Okay.
I think women should be allowed to vote.
You think who?
Women should be allowed to vote.
That's the most wokest shit you ever said.
that they should.
I would love if every election term that was up for bat, like, should they still? Or are we guys?
How about now, buddy?
That's pretty woke, man.
That's woke as fuck. That's really woke.
That's woke.
You're an ally. You're an ally.
You're definitely in LA.
Oh, and I'm in LA. Yeah, that's pretty woke.
You're in LA. Oh,
And
yeah.
I was in I was in San Francisco yesterday. Dude, that's woke.
Oh yeah, that's.
Whoa. True.
Oh, how about this?
Okay, dear.
I let my son pick his gender.
No, you don't.
I don't.
No.
I was like, you didn't.
Hey.
None of us bought that.
Boy. Everyone's like, no, you did.
None of us bought that for a second.
Hey, what if he asked if he could pick at this point?
He's not woke.
I'd make him play that fucking game with the bat and spin around a couple more times and then reply afterwards.
He has a better sound argument.
You haven't
after
spun
that.
around enough, dude.
What? Dang. I got vaccinated. That's pretty woke.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's why I got vaccinated once.
I got boosters. That's more.
Ooh,
woke.
no, that's bad. Yeah. See, I can't say that.
He's in charge. He's in charge.
Why'd you get boosters?
Anyone that got a booster is a wokey.
Wait, why did you get boosters?
Can you do your woke dance for us?
Yeah, woke dance.
Wait, how come
I'm surprised you're not a Jabba wokey.
How come?
Don't most people get the vaccine? They regret it, right? And they go, okay, no booster.
Yes, that's
You
what I
got
did.
the vaccine.
How did you end up getting boosters?
You regret it, and you're like,
I had to get a booster for like a travel and a TV
Oh, yeah.
But I'm also upset that I didn't Photoshop the original.
thing. Yes.
That's what I'm pissed about because I have the capabilities of doing that and I didn't do that.
at a high level.
Because I thought that it was a federal crime.
You guys are just honest citizens. That's how bad it is.
Well, we were just booked.
Yeah, but I didn't get the booster.
Oh.
That's all.
You're vaxxed though?
I'm vaxxed.
No boosty.
No boosty.
I didn't get a booster now.
I don't have any vaccination.
Reluctant.
What's a common woke thing like shared bathrooms?
Oh,
Is that a
like
common
no,
woke
like a
thing?
common one. A common.
You guys have an all-gender bathroom.
You know
Oh, that's pretty woke.
You like that?
we did that as a joke, and it became
No, we
Oh,
did
no,
that
we
as
didn't.
a
No, we
woke.
didn't.
No, dude.
What the fuck, bro? Come on, dude. Don't take away our fucking street cred.
I saw a rainbow yesterday, and I took a photo of it. That's quite woke.
But that's just beautiful.
Did you take a photo of it in the regular camera app or on your IG app?
Was it a flag or was it part of the world?
And did you 0.5 it and turn it around?
No, I didn't.
All right.
Was it a picture of a rainbow on a wall?
No, it was a real rainbow.
Oh.
What about this? I was making a sandwich in the kitchen, and I felt kind of gender fluid.
I feel like
What kind of
that.
sandwich? What kind of sandwich?
The kind that my imaginary husband would like.
Okay.
Roast beef.
So you imagine you're making it for your husband?
I think you're just imaginary gay.
Yeah, I don't think that's woke.
Yeah, that's not woke. That's just gay.
Bart's all singing in a fucking apron.
He thought he was woke. He was just gay.
Bart's not woke.
Has any of you guys ever been asked about what your pronouns are, and then from a serious person?
Not in real life, no.
Not in real life.
Yes.
What? Really?
Yes.
What was the situation?
Because I was a part of a dance convention that was very woke.
The dancers will do that.
No, the dance world is so deep in that.
Entertainment in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, entertainment.
Entertainment industry.
How do you do it? Like before you go up to the battle, you'll be like, "Hey, yo, my name is B-Boy Joe. He."
He, him.
No, I mean, there was a time where in fucking Zoom conferences you had to put your pronoun in the Zoom because I would be the only guy without. Okay.
Only gay. You said that. You said that. You're gay. He's gay. He's gay.
People were fighting for their email too. Your signature, your email signature had to have your pronouns, and if you didn't do it, then you weren't
Mine's owner.
standing with them.
Yeah, you were fucking.
You were opposition.
Man, I would love for someone to try to get me to do that, crap.
Yeah, I didn't.
Cool. Email
You did
coming.
it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. I was
What's
gonna
your
say,
email?
don't give in.
What's your email?
No, him.
Pronouns. So yeah, I guess that's pretty wokey.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty woke up.
That's like,
You Photoshop it.
I do have pronouns. I'm a
What
he,
do you
him.
got?
I'm a he, him. That's quite
That's woke as fuck.
I've always been a he, him.
That's so woke.
Michael Jackson's he.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, so to speak. I think it's when people are like, you have to do this, otherwise you're in the opposition.
That's the problem.
That's kind of woke. You know what I mean?
It makes me want to join the opposition, even though I'm not even about it.
He, her.
If you do that to me, I'm gonna join the alt-right. By default. Anybody.
Joe's gonna Photoshop himself into January 6th mom.
I'm gonna have a raccoon hat and everything.
See, you're just a natural rep.
Joe's like, I was there. How come the Capitol Police don't want to talk to me?
That's
Yeah, I know someone in jail for that crime, man. It sucks.
still? They're still in jail?
Still, it was just started.
They just got in.
Prison.
Get the fuck
Prison,
out.
not jail. Yeah.
How? What's the sentence?
Oh gosh, how many years did he? A couple of years. He got a few years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they got the shaman guy out.
Yeah, I don't. He was just. He didn't even do anything, man. He was just.
Well, your
there.
friend was clearly a violent terrorist, though.
It's goofy, man. It's
You didn't hear about the person that got shot?
She was one of my followers.
Oh, wow, no way.
Ashley Babbitt.
Actually, bad.
Yeah, she was one of my followers.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
That That one dog. But yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. It was just weird. Like I remember that day because I was in England. I was just like, whatever. And then I was like, what's going on? Every day I'm like, what's going on in the U.S.? Like, there's just some crazy stuff going on. And I was like, well, oh my gosh. And then I was like, oh wow, okay. Like thoughts connect. I was like, whoa. That's Jeez. Dark stuff.
Here's a segment we like to do on JK News with the new guests, especially. What we're gonna do is we're gonna all close our eyes for a second, and then you're gonna point to who you believe is just the most woke person genuinely in this room.
Yeah, that's true. Based on your impressions, yeah.
The most wokest person here.
Yeah.
The most woke?
Yep. Honestly, we're gonna close our eyes. Nobody's gonna know, and we'll find out when we watch the video later.
Who do I think? Wait! Give me a second. I'm trying to.
Steve, no peeking. This is real.
You can't close it like this, Steve.
We don't trust you, Steve.
I'm not
with the hands over. All right. Tell us when you're ready, and we'll count to 3, and you can point. And then after you're done pointing, we'll open up our eyes.
Point for a couple seconds so that the editor has room to edit all angles.
And 3, 2, 1.
No peeking.
It's for sure me.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I hope the editor's gonna know how to show that it was this way. We'll see later. We'll see later.
And 3, 2, 1.
No peeking.
It's for sure me.
Okay, I'm done.
Now it's time to talk shit though. How woke are they? What sucks about them?
No, now we have to guess. Now we have to guess.
Without giving it away, describe why they're whack.
Why are they so whack and they fucking suck and they're woke?
Tell me to my face while you're at it.
I know you'd like me to, but I have a code of ethics and I don't talk bad about people.
That's so nice.
That's hella woke, dude.
That's so woke.
That's the wokest fucking moose thing I ever heard.
It's just I'm a Christian man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
I love these. I can't wait to see them later.
am I still wrong about what woke is?
Yes.
I still am not sure this.
Knowing who Al Qaeda is before everyone felt woke.
No, I mean that was a bad reference. I just thought it was a funny time to.
I actually know what he means though.
What does he mean?
What he means is that
He needs a translator. We know this.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. What he means is that for much of his life, he's been aware of various things in the world, whether these are injustices or inequalities or things that are just happening, right? And things people have experienced, historical things or whatever. And in the last few years, perhaps the last decade in particular, there's a bunch of people who have seemingly just sort of discovered that certain things exist in the world and certain things happen, and they've massively overcorrected.
Correct.
To jump like all the way. They're like, oh wait, like racism exists, so let me become like some super uber woke BLM protester with like my, like they've gone super insane with it all instead of just being like normal and treating people normally and fairly. You see what I mean?
Nailed it.
The people who are like, it's not good enough to not be racist. You have to be actively anti-racist. Right. You have to believe that all white people are this and all black people, and it's super goofy.
Yeah, it's an overcorrection of someone who's like suddenly shocked, and now they're not quite like well read or well studied, but they take what they got and they run with it
aggressively.
And I think that's kind of what we're seeing with the woke herd, right? Is it's like, yo, slow down, like. The rest of us that's been knowing, and we're in the same fight, but you're attacking, you're preaching to the choir, you're attacking
you're
the
so
wrong
PvP.
people. Yeah, so it's like, well, then we're sick of you guys.
Exactly.
I love how massively different that sounded from I know Al Qaeda.
You didn't let me talk, motherfucker. How come he understood what I was saying?
The framing is a little different.
Al Qaeda, I've been knowing.
The worst part about Joe is he knows what he's doing. It's the biggest scam that humanity's ever pulled. I know. It's the biggest scam. It's fine. It's fine though. We won't talk about.
I understood you.
They won't get it.
Yeah. But did you understand his invisible gay thing though? Like, was that?
We already went past that.
No, we didn't.
Invisibly gay.
We're back.
The making decisions with the wife.
Invisibly gay.
No, I said I let my kid pick his own gender is what I said.
No, you were making a roast beef sandwich for your husband.
Imagine with your eyes closed, dude. That's weird as fuck.
I pictured him wrapping his arms around me.
Oh, that's nice though.
And I feed him like this. You like that?
I'm so woke that I don't think that should be illegal.
See, to me, that's not woke. It's just gay. It's like, don't feed the gay pigeons or whatever, and then he's like fucking feeding them. It's like that. That's not woke.
That should be a shirt. That's not woke. That's just gay.
For sure. Kalyne, what's woke about you, dude?
I don't know, man.
It's tough to
What's woke about me?
it's tough to peg that with you because you're not that woke.
She's a woman in LA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by default, I'm pretty woke.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
Was there a moment in time when you were woke?
Did you require people on set to have vaccinations?
No.
To be on set with you?
No.
What about
Because people needed to work.
But what about masks? You didn't want to stop the spread?
No, well, also certain portions of my set aren't unionized. So,
And there's also a difference between complying because you believe it versus doing it because you don't want to get your ass handed to you later by somebody else on set.
That's basically everybody.
yeah, and then
The second
also
part's
during the
everybody.
time, like, people needed to work. People needed to survive.
Yeah.
That's why I got vaccinations.
Yeah, that's honestly the reason why I got it.
Yeah. And that's why your abdomen is purple.
Yeah. And that's
That's so messed up.
that's why I'm woke.
Oh man.
What about besides the abortion thing for you? Nothing?
Yeah, so I think I'm cool with people saying different languages around me.
Fair enough.
It's pretty woke.
Yeah, man. It's pretty well. It's
I don't go like, hey, that's some Chinese shit or whatever. I don't do that. I think that's woke.
How's your stance on illegal immigration, deportation, things like that?
I'm gonna let Zuby take this one for me.
You pass it to the black
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Zuby. I think Zuby.
It's
Look, I want to use my whiteness to elevate his voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
He's uplifting black voices.
Is that not woke? Is that not woke?
That's woke.
You're in the lead. You're in the lead.
I'm using my platform. I'm using my platform to give him a voice.
He's an ally. He's an ally. He doesn't want to center himself in the conversation.
That's right.
To even be a black white supremacist, you're an ally.
You should just start hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the question? What's my view on illegal immigration?
Yeah.
Should be absolutely be halted. Like it's illegal.
But what if we need guys to pick the strawberries?
How are the strawberries gonna get picked, you asshole?
Who's gonna do my gardening?
You don't know fucking Berkeley University students gonna do that shit?
The border thing is wild, man. The border thing is wild. Like it's crazy.
What does that look like from your perspective? Like the whole.
It's not strawberries wild.
Pardon?
It's not strawberries wild. Like the Jamba. You ever been to Jamba?
You're stupid.
Oh, you're British.
You try to do a Jamba joke.
I don't get it.
It's stupider than you think.
Okay, I
Yeah, it's
don't
really
get it.
dumb.
No,
It's
I
a dumb bit.
All of you fucking anti-immigration people, when you don't have enough strawberries at the Costco, you go blame yourself.
That's right. You go to Jambo and they got nothing for you.
But what about the
Immigration's dope. Illegal immigration is terrible.
But isn't immigration?
Especially at that sort of mask.
But isn't it all immigration? That's what I hear on the news. When I watch it on the news.
the response is Cali used to be Mexico anyway.
That's a good one.
I've seen that. That's woke. Hey, that's woke.
That's
a good
That's the
one.
popular response.
That's punk rock and woke.
That's honestly my favorite
That
response.
one's that's one of the dumbest things.
I'm
ever, man.
for illegal immigration because when I have illegal immigrants working at my store, then I could just always threaten to call the border patrol on them.
Wow, you're
And
like
I'll pay them like $3 an hour, and then they're like, La migra?
Yeah.
you're like a real contractor.
And that's why I argue for illegal immigration.
I love that.
Fair enough.
Joe. That's woke as fuck.
And hey, you like cheap fucking boba drinks?
I love it.
All right. Well,
do you
if
think-
you don't want your drinks to be $20,
Where can you get a cheap boba drink? I haven't seen one of those for a while.
Go to
not in my store, but yeah.
Junbi. They love illegal immigration.
All of our staff.
I got a
is
$20 smoothie the other day.
At $20?
$20.
And you paid?
For that.
That's woke.
That's woke. That's woke.
Someone bought it for me.
Dang, you're in the lead.
You're supporting capitalism at the
I'm not paying $20.
Was
for
it the
smoothie.
Haley Bieber smoothie?
Yeah.
No,
Did the money
it's
go
just-
towards lesbian arts?
Yeah.
But do you think that in the last couple of years, the millions of people that have crossed in Texas are trying to do strawberry picking?
Yep.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
They're either
All of
terrorists
them?
or strawberry
How many
pickers.
people do you think are actually in this country?
They said millions, dude.
They said 22 million.
No, what do you think the actual population of the U.S. is?
Oh, 300 million?
That's what
No, the official count is 330.
I think it's half a billion.
The official, I
Half a
think,
billion.
I
Half a
wouldn't,
billion.
that wouldn't surprise me.
With all the undocumented?
That wouldn't surprise me. The official number is about 330 million.
Yeah.
I think it's
They increased it by 200 million
way
like
higher.
this year, dude.
I think it's way higher than
200 million in 1 year? That's a crazy number.
I wouldn't be
Reddit.
surprised if it's over 400 million.
Well,
Agreed.
they're not working at my shops.
You're only employing like what,
There's a lot of
300,
space
400,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the UK where if the population goes up that much, it's like, geez, like there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
But dude, the US it's just empty. It's
That's
vast.
true. There's a lot of places
So
to hide.
much space here, man.
By the way, I don't think it really increased by
A lot
200
of places to hide.
I do think it increased by a
Several
lot within the past 4 years for
yeah,
sure.
several million.
What do you think the motivation is for our government to not secure the border?
I'm telling you, cheap labor.
Wow.
I'm an industrialist. I know.
Conspiracy theory, shut the fuck up.
Wow. Well, are they going to let them vote? Because if so, then the answer is obvious.
Yeah. That's what Matt
they're
Kim,
gonna let
that's what
them
Matt
vote.
Kim was saying.
They're
Yeah.
gonna let them vote.
If they're going to try to get them voted,
We're gonna pay for their health care.
it's obvious.
They need Biden supporters and strawberry pickers.
Joe, they don't need Biden supporters. He won in 2020.
All legit.
By a lot.
Dude,
Let it
but
go,
we need hella
Joe.
strawberries while
Most votes in American history.
It's like it's history.
If that's not the situation, what other reasons do you think there could be?
If it's not that,
If it's not the voting, it's not the labor, what other reason could there be to not secure?
wow.
Sperm rates, bro. Like the
Population control.
population control. Well, population's already sliding, right? So like the amount of people who are breeding, it's like here in Japan and everywhere.
South Korea is actually the worst in the world.
Is it really?
Okay. Yeah, I actually
They're
had the
gonna
world.
disappear in 30
I actually had Stephen Shaw, who's
Right,
pretty much the world's
exactly.
leading demographer on this exact subject on the podcast
Yeah.
recently. So the birth rate in South Korea is now the lowest in the world. Everyone knows it's low in Japan. South Korea is actually significantly lower. Japan's about 1.2 births per woman. South Korea is down to 0.7. So what that means,
That's not even a whole human.
UK is about 1.5.
Okay.
US is about 1.6. So to put this in context, if they stay on the current trajectory, 0.7 means that for every 100 South Koreans right now, there will be 4 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
Dang.
96%.
Wow.
They're on track for a 96%.
So that means to repopulate, or like let's say
repopulation levels.
every couple needs 2 kids.
2.1.
Did this guy have a is there any reasoning about to why?
Oh, why that is? Yeah. We
There's a lot of reasoning.
yeah.
they're starting to outsource for their K-pop now.
He lives in Japan.
What's some of the main problems that they're having?
Interpersonal relationships.
It's essentially the same thing that the whole West. So, of all the developed countries, of all developed countries, certainly all Western countries. I think it's all developed countries.
countries with the biggest
There's only one developed country with a positive, with an above replacement.
America, because we get immigration.
No, not the U.S.
Never mind.
U.S. is below replacement. Israel. Israel is the only developed nation.
Because Jewish people be having babies, dude.
They got double D's over there, huh?
They get like 5 kids.
No, I heard they're so developed, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's actually I think this is the biggest. The crazy thing about this problem is that so many people actually think the problem is the opposite. So people don't realize the only reason why the population of the world is growing right now is because people are living for so much longer than they used to. So in all developed countries, the reason the population is going up, whether in the US, UK, Germany, whatever, it's immigration and then people living longer than they used to.
Right.
It's not because people are having enough children. So this is what this guy Stephen Shaw, he calls it the birth gap. He's actually done a whole documentary on it. It's called the birth gap. So it's essentially if you look forward, fast forward a couple decades, then this is going to cause massive, massive problems. Because if you think for all of U.S. history or all of whatever, the populations, everything's based on everything's based on growth. Whether you're looking at the car industry, you're looking at real estate, you're looking at whatever, everything's based on the idea that the population is going to keep growing and demand is it's all based on growth. But if you get to a point where that starts inverting and you now have a collapsing population, everything from social security to pensions to welfare schemes to the things that people invest in.
Who's gonna pay for it?
As an unaccredited environmentalist, is that not better for Mother Earth though?
No, not necessarily.
Might be painful for all of those industries, but over a period of
If you believe that human beings are a sort of, plague on Earth that are destroying and polluting and all that stuff, then yes, then that will be your conclusion. But
Well, I watched Captain
it's
Planet,
not.
so that's why I
Hey,
think that.
Hey man, I used to watch Captain Planet too. But yeah, the whole overpopulation narrative is total garbage. It's the opposite is the problem.
No, Captain Planet said that.
So is the problem in Korea? Is that something economically that's causing less births?
It's multiple things. It's all the things that are causing it in the whole developed world, but they're for kind of.
It's because they don't have immigration.
And they don't have immigration to patch it up. So, yeah. So they're
like Japanese.
So that's why we should allow the illegal aliens to come in so that we can breed better.
But what's interesting is even when people immigrate from countries that have much higher birth rates, whether this is parts of Asia, parts of the Middle East, Africa, and so on, within like 2 generations, they tend to drop down to whatever the sort of base rate.
You know what I think it is?
Okay.
So in Nigeria, the average woman in Nigeria has 5 kids. Nigeria's birth rate is 5. It used to be around that high, like here as well, some decades ago.
Yeah.
But then if a Nigerian, moves to the U.S. or moves to the U.K. or whatever, then
they conform to whatever that birth rate.
That's because they just want to be influencers and they can't be having kids.
So it's a tricky situation. He gave me some scary numbers. One thing that's actually genuinely concerning, which is so firstly, what's driving this is not that most people assume it's because people are just having fewer children. That's not the primary driver. It's that more people than ever are having 0.
Right.
So it's not that the people who are having kids are like not having enough. It's just that the amount of adults, say over the age of 40, who have 0 children, not so long ago that was like 1 in 10 people. Right? It was rare to find someone over 40, over 50 who had no kids. Whereas in many places now it's 1/3, 40% of people of that age now have none. And the one thing he told me, which is crazy, is that and man, I feel like I'm reiterating like his point. You should get him on. Another thing he said that's super interesting is of the people who were childless at these ages, 90% of them did want to have kids. So it's not like, because some people will hear some of these stats and they'll go, well, if people are choosing not to have kids, what's the problem? But the majority of people who are ending up in those, let's say 45 years old, no kids, 90% of them did want to.
Was it fertility issues or something?
It could be various things.
Or financial.
Whatever reason.
Yeah, whatever reasons. It could be, economic.
But it wasn't on purpose that they.
My wife got into poker. She got
some people
poker.
fertility problems. Some people just, I wanted to find a husband, but a woman didn't didn't match up in times, prioritized education or work or whatever, and the clock kind of ran out. All these type of things, and of women who are by the age of 30. It's a 50-50 if a woman will ever become a mother now. So if you take all the women right now who are 30 years old.
We got one in here.
Yeah.
50-50.
Half
the coin.
Half of them will become mothers, half of them will. That's just what the stat is now.
I gotta find a mate worth having. Okay, that's the main concern.
It's a real interesting issue. I think it's like the biggest under talked about global issue because in the here and now you can't really like see it or feel it. In fact, it can seem like the opposite. It can seem like, oh my gosh, there's too many people.
To me, the biggest issue in the world is that Margot Robbie did not get nominated for Barbie. It's literally the name of the fucking movie is her fucking character.
It's terrible, man.
And instead, so Greta Gerwig, she directs it. She doesn't get nominated. Oh, guess what? Ryan Gosling's gets nominated. Everyone knows.
Patriarchy.
Thank you.
Patriarchy.
That's the biggest issue.
That's very woke.
That's the biggest issue. Thank you.